The last thing I would like to pinpoint here is the fact that we are ready, our markets are ready for all kinds of investments, and in particular investments that have particular interest to the Japanese business community, which is related to renewable energy. We have a huge potential of renewable energy. We are developing geothermal energy, and you have a good experience on that.
We spent 1.5 years to import like salt. So they didn't have the experience of the export to Japan.
Do you think the business environment changed? Do you think today is easier to
Yes, I think so.
To Japan?
Yeah.
I just want to invite you again, once again in Djibouti from 3 to 10 December 2018 to participate also with another objective of 15 to 20,000 visitors from the region.
What I saw today, it was really very exciting. This afternoon was full of people, I think more than 100. And we are trying to advertise or to welcome in December the Japanese companies and CEOs to make the second edition as a special investment opportunities for Japanese companies, private sector.
We have a new port community system that helps businesses conduct their businesses in the most efficient manner. Competitive age, very important of course for businesses again, as the free zone is a tax-free environment. Businesses can conduct their businesses without having to worry about taxes. It's a very good opportunity for Japanese companies to come and set up their businesses there so that they have an easier access to what the growing market of Africa.
If you are seriously considering growth opportunity in emerging markets, we were grateful to be here to tell you, yes, it is possible, and yes, it is easier than you think. Djibouti is a gateway in East Africa, and it has a lot to offer. Please don't hesitate to compensate and to be with us in December in Djibouti.
I think it is one of the best mechanisms through which the cooperation between Japan and the African continent has been very dynamic and vibrant. It has evolved from 3 years to 3 years. I think the first one was in '93, and now we're talking about the 7th TICAD meeting next year. The innovation in this mechanism is that there is an economic forum where the business community from Japan and the African continent can meet and try to plan for the future. What is interesting is that today, with these globalized economies all over the world, it's vital to integrate all those components, not only assistance development, but investment has become more and more vital for the African economies. But what we notice is that the Japanese investors are not very proactive in terms of trying to reach out to African markets. But what we need to understand is that the African market will be the global driver for growth in the coming years, and the Japanese business community has to position itself on the African continent. As I said, if they leave the vacuum for others, others will fill it. So it is quite interesting to see how the Japanese government, under the leadership of His Excellency Prime Minister Abe, is trying to attract the Japanese businesswomen and men to the African continent by providing incentives. Otherwise, I think the prospects are very interesting, and Djibouti in the Horn of Africa is really contemplating the arrival of as many as Japanese investors by the end of the year, because we are organizing an international fair in Djibouti, and we hope that we will receive and greet many Japanese companies in our country.